What's up, guys? Hi, subscribers and guests. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a Carbide Create tutorial on how to make a US flag and then put something in the flag. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a flag with a Punisher. So something simple today, something just to get things rolling. I'm probably going to make some more of these tutorials in the future. If that's what you're looking for and are interested in, please hit the subscribe button down below and click the bell so you get notified right away when I upload a new video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to find a clip art image online. We're going to bring it into Inkscape. I'll show you how to convert that into an SVG, and then also I'm going to show you how I make my SVG. I don't use Inkscape. I use a software that I got from my for my vinyl cutter that I got from US Cutter. So I'm going to use that. I've been using that for 8 years and it's great. So you don't fix something that's not broke. So without further ado, let's get into this. So first off, you go to your browser. We are going to go search for Punisher clip art. Go to images. Now, here you just find what you want to do. You want to put a cowboy hat on him, fine. Okay, to each his own. But this one looks good here. All you have to do is right click, save image as, and save it to your folders. But I already have it downloaded. So what I'm going to do is open Inkscape. Now bear with my computer, it's got so much garbage on it, it's a little slower than usual. So you go to File, you go to Import, and in your clip art, or wherever you saved your Punisher, you find it. P is way down at the bottom. P. Come on. Here we go. Page. So I've got right here Punisher. Open it up. Now what you do is you go to Path, Trace Bitmap. You go to Edge Detection. And you could remove background. Say it had that checkered background. If it's a PNG or something, you get that checkered background or something. You can click this remove background. And then when you convert it, it'll get rid of all that. You won't have constant lines going through there. But we don't need that right now. Then your threshold, you want to be over 0.5. And you click update. Kind of a preview and click OK. Now we can close this. We move this, and what's left is our SVG. Now to get rid of this, you just click your delete button or backspace button. Then you highlight this again. You go to File, you go to Save As, and then you save it. Let's see. I'm going to need an example here. So I've got at my SVG, we'll put Bad Punisher, and I'll show you why later. Now you click Save File Type as Plain SVG, and click Save. So you're done with that. Now you go to your Carbide Create, open that up. Loading. Rawhide. Go. Actually, let's bring in the Punisher first so I can show you. Oops, bad Punisher. Where's the bad Punisher? Bring that in. Now you see how it has two lines everywhere? There's two lines. See? Inkscape does that. Every single file you bring in has two lines. So if you're not V-carving this is good for V-carve. But if you're not V-carving, you have to delete every extra line in there. I mean, you know, V-carving is good and all, but you don't do it all the time, and every single Inkscape that you bring in has the two lines. So if you want to keep it, you click the group elements and done. And then to resize it, you go to the resize tool. You click on a corner and you just drag it until you have the size that you want to fit the stock that you're working with. Like that. But we're not going to be using that. So let me show you what I use. Delete that. Down. Bring up what I use. Sure cuts a lot. This is what I've been using for 8 years and it's never failed me. You can get this at, well, I don't know if you can still get it at uscutter.com, but they have software over there. I don't think it's free because this stuff usually comes with the vinyl cutters, but Inkscape is free. So in this video, I'm gonna show you what I do with the tools that I have. So we go to File, we're gonna go to Trace Image, we're gonna browse for the image, scroll down to the P, find the Punisher, and this one here. Open. Now where it says max colors, I go down to 2 colors and then hit update, because you'll have too many layers. And okay, and then I bring that over here. So see, and it's only one line. Everything is one line, one cut. Like I said, this is vinyl cutter software, but it works just the same. It's an SVG. So we click that. We see we have 2 colors here. We have a fill color and a stroke color. We don't need a stroke color, so we'll get rid of that and see the eyes get bigger and then the nose gets a little bigger. But that's good. That's fine. So then, after that's done, going to go to File, going to go to Export, and then you export it to wherever you keep your files. In my case, it's my SVG file folder. So we'll just add Punisher. Add Punisher 1. See, and it's scalable vector file. SVG. And click Save. Now on here, I like to go at least 90 DPI. The higher DPI, the bigger the image will show up in Carbide Create. We don't need a big ass image, so I just keep it around 90 and click OK. So that's it for that one. Now in Carbide Create, let me just bring it in for you and show you what it looks like. Bad Punisher 1. See? Only one line. I love it when things work out. So we hit the resize tool, grab a corner, and resize it to the stock where word it go. I didn't. Just go undo. I didn't combine it all. Yeah, I did. Why did that mess up? Oh well, go figure. Anyway, resize tool, grab a corner, and resize it to the stock you're working with. Okay, so that's a basic tutorial on how to transform a clip art image into an SV image that you can use in Carbide Create. But that's just part of what we're going to do today. So I'm going to delete that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open my flag file, which is right here. So that is my flag file. Now, to get this flag file, I'm going to suggest you go over to Chris Powell's channel. That's where I learned how to make this, and I don't want to steal his thunder. So go over to his channel, Chris Powell's channel. I'll put the link in the description below, and I want to give him all the credit because it's deserved. So that's how I learned that's where I learned how to do this. So first you guys got to go over there, learn how to make this flag, and then you guys can come back and watch how to put the Punisher on this flag. So now next thing we do is we go to our SVG files and import the Punisher that we just made. Let's see, bad Punisher 1. There we go. Group the elements so that the eyes and the nose stay where they're supposed to when you resize. Done. Then you hit the resize button, grab a corner, resize it, move it to approximately where you want it. So right there, that looks good. So now you click anywhere to unselect. Now you click again and you go to you ungroup them. You click the outside and you go over here to offset path. Click offset path. You click outside. Now depending on the size of the space that you want around your Punisher, that's going to be totally up to you. I like to go at least a ½ inch, so 0.5. See, and that gives me that space around the Punisher. So the stripes are going to be cut off on this outline over here. Or click delete, highlight this again, do the offset path outside, and try 1 inch. Let's see what that looks like. See, that's a lot of space. I mean, if you like that much, it depends on what your preference is. So whatever you want to do. But I think I like ½ inch. Sometimes I go with a 1/4 inch. It all depends on the design. Sometimes the design is too big and you don't have enough space from the stripe to the design, and you have this little 1/4 inch. It's not even worth it, so you have to resize it so that you have a decent sized stripe. So go outside for a 1/4 inch. No, I mean a ½ inch, sorry. 0.5. Now what you do, you highlight all the stripes, then you click Control and click the outside, and then you come over here to Boolean and click Boolean subtraction. Then you click anywhere on here and click the stripes that are inside inside your design, we want to get rid of those. So you click them and you click the delete button. This one, click delete button, and bam, there's your design. So now what you do is you go over to Toolpaths. This is from before. Well, actually, we can keep this. For the stripes, no, let's not. Let's start from scratch. So we'll delete that. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all the stripes. Click the Control key. Click every stripe that you have. Then you go over to Contour. You edit your tool. We're going to choose the 1/4 inch end mill. We can leave all these settings the way they are. Click OK. Now I like to go 0.1. My depth is 0.1. And pocket. See, and that will pocket out all the stripes. And that's good. What you can do with that is you can put epoxy in here in the center stripe, any color you want. So that's a good selling point there. And we'll just name it. We'll name it stripes. Okay. So it's going to take us 7 minutes to cut these stripes. Now this is a 21 by 11 and 3/4 flag. So it'll take 7 minutes to cut the stripes. Next, highlight all the stars. We're going to V-carve the stars. Click V-carve, edit, choose a tool. The V-bits are down here, starting at 301. 301 is a 90 degree. 302 is a 60 degree. Now it all depends on how wide you want your stars. The 90 degree is going to have a wider star than the 60 degree. I usually go with the 90 degree. A lot of my designs are with the 60 degree, but I prefer the 90 degree. So we go in here, we click this set speed automatically. We want to change some of the settings in here. Feed rate, you want to be aggressive. Go 65. Plunge rate, you kind of like to go half of that. And click OK. Now that's aggressive. If you have harder wood, you don't want to be that aggressive. We're designing for pine or MDF. If you have harder wood, you want to be a little, your settings want to be a little lower than those. Then stars, we name it stars, and OK. So it'll take us 7 minutes to cut the stars. So far, we've got 14 minutes in this project. Now, the big decision. How do you want to make this Punisher? You can pocket out everything except for the eyes and the nose, or you can just outline everything. It'll be an outline. You can use a profile bit or a 30-degree bit and just, follow the lines. Or you can pocket out the eyes and the nose and outline the Punisher skull, which is what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, and then you have to decide what is the width of the outline that you want. 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch. It's all up to you. So bring your creativity. So what I'm going to do is I am going to outline Punisher. I'm going to outline it with a 1/8 inch bit. I'm going to pocket out the eyes and the nose so it can be painted. I would paint the eyes and the nose probably black, and the outline would be painted black. Or you can just burn the wood and not paint it at all. That looks good too. But I digress. So what we do now, we'll choose the eyes and the nose. We'll go to contour, edit. We'll pick the 1/4 inch. Well, the 1/4 inch bit might not cut the nose quite right, but you don't want to wait. You don't want to wait too long for the eyes to get cut out. So what you could do is you could do the eyes with a 1/4 inch bit and the nose with an 1/8 inch bit. You know, or you can do it all with an 1/8 inch bit. Now let's just do that. We'll just do the 1/8 inch bit. Let's see how long that takes. So uncheck the set speeds automatically. The depth per pass, I like to change that. I like to go to 0.04 or 0.05. MDF, I can go to 0.05. Speed rate, again, aggressive, soft wood. So we do 60 for the feed rate, and the plunge 30, and click OK. Now you have to decide how deep you want it. Remember, the stripes are 0.1, so I like to do these at least the depth of the stripes. So we'll do 0.1 here, and pocket. You click pocket, and those will get pocketed out. And you name it, pocket, eyes and nose, and click OK. So that's going to take 5 minutes. So that's not bad with an 1/8 inch bit. So that'll work pretty good. Now we go and highlight the outline of the skull. And we click contour. Now, like I said before, I'm going to use the 1/8 inch bit, so I can do everything here with 1/8 inch bit. When it goes to setting the G code, I can cut this all at once, but there's just one problem with that. Shipoko, the Carbide motion, when you do that and you need to, I digress. If there's a bit change, which there's not here, but when there's a bit change with Carbide motion, and you do your G code all in one click later, where I'll show you where to do the G code. The clearance isn't enough to change the bit, so I never do it that way. What I do is I go, I do every G code, every bit I set a G code differently, separate, not different, separate, so to avoid that. So anyway, you click the outside, then you go you want to edit it always resets here to the defaults. So you go and pick your 1/8 inch, uncheck set speed automatically, go to 0.04 for depth per pass. Step over, I usually leave it alone. Spindle speed is up to you on the router. This has no effect whatsoever. Your feed rate 60, plunge 30. Again, this is soft wood, so you can be aggressive. Click OK. We don't need any tabs, so you want no offset, so it'll cut right on the line. And then you name it. Just name it outline. And OK. So And that's it. You're done. So you've got the stripes take 7 minutes, the stars 7 minutes, the eyes pocketed out with the nose is 5 minutes, and the outline is 3 minutes. So 10, you've got 22 minutes invested here. And then you have a nice flag. So down here, you want to go to Pine, because we're going to view what it's going to look like. Uncheck Toolpath and uncheck the Show Rapids. And then down here, you click Show Simulation. And it'll show you what it's going to look like cut out. So, and then you can move it around, so you can see the depth right here, the depth of your cut. Now don't mind this, that's not going to be there, that will be cut. So you can see your stars shaped. Everything looks better on an angle. So that is your design. Like I said, you can paint this all in, or you can just burn the whole thing, and you know, that's totally up to you. So we'll hide simulation. Now, to save the G-codes, you can go to you can do each step separately, save a separate G-code, which is what I do. I always do that because the router doesn't come up far enough to change the bit if you do it all together. If you just leave it like this and save the G-code, you can do it, but the router doesn't come up far enough to change the bit, so I don't even do that. So I do it singly. And if you do the G-code this way with just one click, make sure they're in order. So like if you have a project that needs to be cut out and you have to have tabs in it, you're not going to want to make the outline cut with the tabs first, because then you have no stability with the rest of the cuts. So you always have to make sure they're in order. So in this case, stripes, we can do the stripes first. Yeah, we're just going to leave it in this order. So you right click on everything else and disable that. Right click and disable on the one you do not want to save the G-code. So stripes is the only one that's not disabled. So then you go down to save G-code, and then you put it in your G-codes folder for later for the Carbide motion. So then after you save the stripes, you disable that and you enable the next one. Then you go down here to save G-code, you name it and put it in the folder, your G-codes folder, wherever that is on your computer, and you save it. Then you go back and you disable that one and you enable the next tool change. In this case, we can do both of these with one tool. There's no cutouts, it's just the pocket of the eyes and the nose and the outline of the skull. So we can do that all without doing a bit change. So we can keep those both enabled and click Save the G-code. Find your G-code folder and put a name to it here. And then you're done with your G-codes and you're ready to cut in Carbide motion. Then you turn on your machine and you have fun. I am loving this machine. Do you guys have your machines yet? Are you waiting on your machines? Comment down below. Let me know if you're still waiting, or if you're saving up, or if you have a machine. Are you a beginner with the machine? Are you making designs with Carbide Create? Let me know. down below in the comments. Also, if you want me to do more of these tutorials, if you like this tutorial, give me a big thumbs up, and also let me know what kind of videos you want to see. What kind of designs can I make for you guys? Right now I'm not too much into the 3D, really don't understand that just yet, but I will. I want to make a bunch of stuff. I want to make some knives with some military insignias in the handles and on the blades, and wooden knives. So that, I think that'd be kind of cool. So but for this video, that's it. If you guys are looking for looking for designs, I make designs too, custom designs. If you're looking for that, I have a website for that. Shameless plug. It's mycncdesigns.com. A bunch of designs here for the Shipoko. It's only Carbide Create for the Shipoko. So this is new. I just started it a couple of days ago. I've got about 20 designs on there. I also have an Etsy page. It's listed in the description down below. That's it. I would love to see your websites. Put them down below. Is that allowed on YouTube? Put it in the comments. Put your website down in the comments. Let's see your work. So this is exciting stuff. With that, I'm going to put a wrap to this. I'm going to go to the shop and work on something. I have some custom orders that I have to finish. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, if you like the content, please subscribe. Hit that like button and tell me what kind of videos you want me to make here for these tutorials. Later.